This is GLASL'S Model of Conflict Escalation, created by William Zane Bennett. Frederick GLASL, born May 23rd, 1941 in Vienna. Frederick GLASL is an Austrian authority figure on the issue of conflict, credited for theorizing the 9 stages of conflict escalation. The 9 stages of escalation. In this photo here shows the first series, which is win-win situations, includes tension, debate, and actions instead of words. Second phase, you have the win-lose situations, where coalitions begin to form, will also face threat strategies. And in the final series, you have lose-lose situations, where you have limited destruction, total annihilation, and together into the abyss. The first stage in conflict is hardening. Main conflict issues include objective issues, behaviors. The people involved in the conflict will be in discussion during this stage. What triggers the next level? Argumentation tactics. The next stage is debate. The main conflict issues are superiority and inferiority. Behaviors. The people in the conflict will be argumentative with verbal confrontation and emotional pressure. What triggers the next level? Action without consultation. This stage is action over words. Main conflict issues. The main conflict in the action over words is objective issues, self-image, and proving one's mastery. Behaviors. The people involved in the conflict will be showing frustration by one side and taking action without consulting the opponent, also blocking the opponent's goals and forcing the opponent to yield. The verbal communication tends to decrease and the nonverbal communication increases. What triggers the next level? Covert attacks aimed directly at opponent's identity. This is the images and coalition stage. Main conflict issues. The main conflict in the images and coalition stage is a shift from focus from issues to personalization of the conflict. There will be a win or lose mentality and save one's own reputation. Behaviors. The people involved in the conflict will be forming coalitions and attacks on the other's core identity. Also, exploitation of gaps and norms. What triggers the next level? Loss of face. The loss of face stage. Main conflict issues. The main conflict in the loss of face stage is fundamental values, restoring dignity and exposing the opponent. Also distrusting the opponent. Behaviors. The people involved in the conflict will be showing behaviors such as attacking public face and restoring one's own prestige. What triggers the next level? Strategic threats and ultimatums. This is the threat as a strategy stage. Main conflict issues. The main conflict and the threat of strategy stage are controlling the opponent. Behaviors include extending the conflict and presenting threats and ultimatums that restrict future alternatives. What triggers the next level? Execute ultimatums or threats. The limited attempts to overthrow stage. Main conflict issues. The main conflict issue in this stage is hurting opponent more than oneself and survival. Behaviors. The people involved in the conflict will be showing behaviors such as limited attempts to overthrow opponent and the opponent not seen as a person. What triggers the next level? Effort to shatter opponent by attacking the person's core. fragmentation of the enemy, main conflict issues. The main conflict issue in this stage is winning is no longer possible. Survival and outlasting opponent, malice is present. Behaviors. The people involved in the conflict will be showing behaviors such as attacks intended to shatter opponent, annihilate the opponent by destroying power base, and no clear communication. What triggers the next level? Abandoned self-preservation and total war. The last stage, together into the abyss. Main conflict issues. The main conflict issue in this stage is annihilation at any cost, including personal destruction. Behaviors. The people involved in the conflict will be showing behaviors such as unlimited war with limitless violence, will accept own destruction if opponent is also destroyed. I thought this picture here gave a good example of the steps, kind of in a graph. You know, first you have your positions taken, and then they have action with no talking. That's the first couple of stages, and then right after that's kind of when mediation needs to be kicked in because of the loss of face and the threats of strategies and the goal to destroy. I just thought it gave a good example. Strategies for de-escalation and conflict solution. Stage 1 through 3 can be done with mediation. Stage 3 through 5, process guidance. Stage 4 through 6, sociotherapeutic process guidance. Stage 5 through 7, intercession, intermediation. Stage 6 through 8, arbitration, court action. Stage 7 through 9, forcible intervention. Recognizing conflict earlier than later will allow the conflict to be solved as smooth and fast as possible. This is the works cited page. I used these two sites to help out on my project.